Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully this will be the last Dragon Quest stream. We need to defeat the Dragon Lord, get the rest of Erdrick's equipment, and then... well, not in that order, but yeah, there's not much left of the game. We're gonna do a little bit of level grinding. I think I'm gonna get to level 20 or 21 before we try to take down the Dragon Lord. And if we get Erdrick's armor, and if we get Erdrick's sword, I think at level 21 we will... oh, that's my phone. At level 21 we will be able to defeat him. So... yeah, we're gonna do some grinding in the stream, and we're gonna get the remaining MacGuffins that we need, and that should be it. I really enjoy this game. I love this game so much, and as I've said throughout the past couple of Dragon Quest streams, this is a tradition for me to play through this game every summer, and the summertime's almost over. It's crazy. I feel like last summer, for me personally, felt like it went on for forever. Like the summer just felt so drawn out last year. But this year, the season has flown by like that. Last year, it felt like it went on forever. I'm also gonna see if I can turn the game up on my end. It's a little bit quiet. Crank that up a little bit. There we go. So I did a tiny little bit of level grinding off stream the other day. I just got up 2 levels. I killed 2 metal slimes, which made it quicker. And we will not fight the Dragon Lord until I kill at least 1 metal slime on stream. So we're gonna do that. It'll take me about an hour, give or take, to get to level 20 anyway, so that's plenty of opportunities to kill metal slimes. And I can maybe go get Erdrick's armor now. I think I'm gonna get up 1 more level though. I'm gonna get to level 18, and then we'll go fight the Guardian dude that is guarding Erdrick's armor. If we get that, we get the token of Erdrick, we get the sword in the Dragon Lord's castle. Everything will be copacetic and we'll be able to beat him. I would say minimum you want to be level 20 to fight the Dragon Lord. You can be a lower level than that. I think one playthrough of Dragon Quest, it might have been the Game Boy Color version. I beat him at level 18, but you definitely want the armor and you want the sword. Hey Azura, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna try to beat this game tonight. Oh, look at that, level 18. Sweet. So we're gonna get to level 20. The level cap in this game, I believe, is 30. That is overkill. You absolutely do not need to be level 30 to beat this game. I'm gonna get to 20 or 21. And it'll probably take an hour to get there. Unless we get lucky and we kill a bunch of metal slimes, but that's probably not gonna happen. Folding laundry. Folding laundry is good. Doing chores, vacuuming, folding laundry. I'll be out here with the detergent, with the fabric softener. I'm doing well. So the past couple of days have been kind of chilly down here. The weather's been a bit autumn-esque, actually. Very rainy, but cold. It was like, the high was like 60, like 65, which is crazy for August weather. Today was super hot. And I ain't talking about the video game. It was very hot today, but it was fine. I don't mind the hot weather. I am excited for fall, though. I feel like I'm more in the autumn spirit this year than I was last year. Last year, I was just not feeling it. And October is my favorite month, even though the summertime is my favorite season. October is my favorite month. And Halloween is my favorite holiday. But just last year, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't in the spirit. Oh, we got heal more, by the way, off stream when I did a tiny little bit of level grinding. So that's a necessity to defeat the Dragon Lord. You definitely want heal more. All right, we got the armor of Erdrick, which is the best armor in the game. Gonna go ahead and equip that. Oh, I just unequipped my sword. Hold up. The inventory is not super intuitive in this game. With the broadsword, I should also get a better shield before I go take on the Dragon Lord. I never realized I never bought a better shield than the leather shield. Hey Churro, welcome to the stream. What's happening? You unlock the dolphin in Wave Race 64. Yeah, you gotta, something to do with the tutorial. You gotta get a high score or something. And you can ride a dolphin in Wave Race 64. It's pretty badass. I love how you fight the green dragon in this area too. I love when video games do the thing where a former boss becomes a regular enemy to show you how tough you've become. It's around 73 here today. It's been cool, but today was a bit warmer. Yeah, 73 is nice. That's not bad at all. Today it was like 92 degrees. It's stunt mode. You have to perform every trick. Yeah, when I streamed Wave Race 64, I didn't even know how to do tricks until the very end of the game, and I feel like I was still screwing it up. Great game, though. I would definitely revisit it on stream next summer, though. The summertime is coming to a close, and Wave Race 64, it's very summery, you know? Oh, Metal Slime. Here we go. He ran away. That's the Metal Slime hunting experience. I also have a Powerade today. This is the first time I've had a Powerade in a minute. It's pretty good. I can taste the electrolytes. Summertime is a few months away here in the South. Yeah, you're in South America. You're in a different hemisphere. The seasons are different. For me, the summertime is coming to a close and we're approaching autumn. September is a weird month down here where I live because it's either early fall and it gets cold really quickly, or it's extended summertime and there's no in between. It's always one or the other. What are electrolytes? I don't know, but they're awesome. I mean, I don't know what a dang electrolyte is, but tell you one thing, Powerade is delicious. I'm drinking Powerade Zero because a regular Powerade has like 60 grams of sugar. Yeah, someone remind me to buy a better shield because I've been rocking with the leather shield for a minute. I didn't even realize I never bought a better shield. I guess we'll get that in Cantillon. Seeing Northern Hemisphere folks associate Christmas with snow and shit, and we're melting during Christmas. See, when I was younger, I always, for whatever reason, assumed that the weather was the same everywhere. Because to me as a kid, the concept of, oh, the weather it's a different season on another side of the planet, I thought that was silly when I was younger. I was like, what do you mean? No, it's the same season. Just because it's a different hemisphere doesn't mean the seasons are different. I love Metal Slime hunting in Dragon Quest. I'm being serious. I'm not being facetious. It's the thrill of the hunt. Typically, you have like a 1 in 10 chance of actually killing one, but it's the thrill. Also, with Erdrick's armor, every time you take a step, you get your health restored, which is a big reason why you want the armor. I mean, it's badass. It'll protect you, but also, it heals you. Yeah, once we go to Cantillon, we'll buy a better shield, hopefully. And then we'll go fight the Dragon Lord, and that'll be it. That'll be it. And I need Erdrick's token, but we get that over there. I love this game so much. It's kind of brain dead. It's very simple, straightforward, but that's what I like about it. Whenever I replay Dragon Quest 1 by myself, I just enter such a zen state. I'm totally, it transports me to this fantasy world. It's so great. It took your parents years to teach you how the Earth can spin around the sun and in its own axis. Yeah, like for me, when I was younger, I just thought it was silly, the concept of, oh, on another continent, in a different hemisphere on Earth, it's a different season. Like, that didn't make sense to me. It took me a while to understand that concept. But time zones made sense to me as a kid. I was like, yeah, the sun, if the sun is facing me in North America and it's like 3 p.m. here, obviously it's gonna be a different time on the other side of the planet. I understood that, but I just didn't understand why the weather would be different. Not the weather, but of course the weather is different everywhere, but the seasons in particular. We're not going anywhere until we kill one metal slime on stream. I killed 2 of them off stream when I did a tiny little bit of level grinding, but we're not going anywhere until I kill one. We could be here for 5 hours, and I'm not going nowhere. I didn't even know these guys could cast Fireball in this game. There we go. That's 1 metal slime. So look at that EXP, like almost 1,000 experience. It's the thrill of the hunt. That dude wanted to rumble. He came out swinging. He came out swinging with Fireball. He wanted to kill my ass. Metal slime, metal slug. So we should be close to level 19 now, considering we just got like 1,000 EXP just about. I'll hit level 20. We'll go to Cantillon. And then we will take on the Dragon Lord, which I'm fairly confident I can beat at level 20. I could put on some music to make this a more entertaining watch. Oh, you know what I should put on? I wonder if I can disable specific audio channels so I can keep the sound effects, but disable the music. Can I do that? SNES. Audio. Channel 1. Channel 2. Channel 3. Channel 4. Channel 5. But do I still have sound effects? No. Okay, that would take a long ass time to figure out which channels are which. So I'm just gonna mute it. And I will put on the overworld music from Dragon Quest VIII, because that game kicks ass. And it'll probably be better to, like, more enjoyable to listen to than the first couple of bars of the battle music. So this is from Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2. Maybe just a tiny little bit more enjoyable than hearing the trumpet battle music. I don't have to worry about dying anymore against these enemies, though. I'm pretty much unstoppable. I'm pretty OP here. I also found out that a lot of people refer to the protagonist of this game as Aleph, because the world of Dragon Quest I is Alefgard. Turn it down a little bit. I always just called this dude either Roto or Erdrick, or I'll name him after myself. But the fan name for this guy, because I don't think he ever got a canon name, is Aleph. I'm surprised nobody's made a MSU1 ROM hack for this game, or like Dragon Quest III, where you can inject high quality music into a Super Nintendo game. Like with Earthbound or Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Those are the two MSU1 hacks that I'm familiar with. That's a level up. Max HP increased by 15, and we got Firebane. We'll hit 20, and then we will hit up the final town of the game, Cantillon. It would be cool if I could kill one more metal slime. Am I familiar with Metroid Planets? No, but my buddy Doodle recently informed me of a Metroid Fusion remake in the Super Metroid engine. It's a ROM hack called like Super Metroid X or something like that. I've been meaning to check that out because I haven't played Metroid Fusion since it came to the Ambassador program in like 2011. I probably won't like it. Hey V-Love, welcome to the stream. That was a very good Donkey Kong stream. I can't wait to see you finish DKC 2. What is the most memorable town in Dragon Quest for me? The thing about that is a lot of these towns in these games are like homogenous. A lot of them look the same. And it's just generic fantasy town, which I say that with love. I love this series, that should go without saying. But probably the starting town in Dragon Quest IX. I remember it has like a cute little waterfall. I like that town. Ichiro, why would you say I wouldn't like the, ooh, a metal slime. I wouldn't like the Metroid Fusion ROM hack. Also, this music is getting too exciting for me. I need to find the other one. Dragon Quest 8. We'll look up soundtrack. There's one song from Dragon Quest 8 in particular that I really love. No, that's the one we just heard. What is Reminiscence? This song. No, Remembrance. This is it. Listen to this, you guys. Listen to how beautiful this is. Reading the comments, the Metroid Fusion hack is filled with not fun enemy OHKO'd me with 2 full tanks. You're confirming a suspicion I had about that ROM hack. When I went to download it, I joined the Discord to get the link for it, which I hate doing that, by the way, even though it's good for keeping a low profile from Nintendo. I joined the Discord and everybody in it was arguing with each other. Like, immediately I join it and everybody's just fighting. And apparently the person that made that ROM hack is like Kaizo, stubborn, like, oh, I make this shit really, really, really hard. And if you don't like it or you say it's too hard, you're a little bitch. Like, that's the vibe I got from the person that made that ROM hack, which is unfortunate because Metroid Fusion remade in the Super Metroid engine sounds badass. I really want to play that ROM hack, but yeah, you're kind of confirming suspicion I had, unfortunately. I want to kill one more metal slime. One more metal slime. Oh, he didn't see me. I get a free hit. I missed. Are you guys listening to this music? Koichi Sugiyama was not a great person, but he was a brilliant musician. Your father was an average fighter, Kakarot, but he was a brilliant scientist. Hell yeah, another metal slime killed. Look at that EXP. And I think this little mountainous region is the only place you can find metal slimes in this game. Makes you want to dance at a ball in a ballroom. That is beautiful. You haven't played it, but that's what the comments are saying. No, I believe you. The reason I asked that in the first place was because, like I said, I had my suspicions about that hack and the author of that ROM hack. And apparently it is very, like, get good. If you suck, you suck. My ROM hack is good. Like, that sort of stubborn game developer behavior. I shouldn't cast judgment or make assumptions because I haven't played it yet, but that's kind of the general summation is, oh, this is really cool that you remade Metroid Fusion in Super Metroid, but this is really hard. How much money do I have? Damn! I'm rolling in the dough. If only I had something to spend it on. I'm gonna buy a shield, but aside from that, I don't need any of this gold anymore. How is chat doing tonight? How are we doing? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. Hope we're all hanging in, getting by. I appreciate you guys sticking around for these Dragon Quest streams, because again, I would be doing these streams even if nobody was in my chat. But I understand that this isn't the most thrilling gameplay footage, but I love these games so much. And this game in particular means a lot to me and is very special to me. I know it's not the most exhilarating gameplay footage here, but I love this game. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this in the other stream. I finished the ROM hack smash pack video that's scheduled for upload later this month. I think it's like 2 weeks from now, so I've been making a lot of videos this year. it's fun. It's a very rewarding process to sit down and write a script and then record the footage you need, edit it. Even if they're not great, you know, they're not the craziest video essays, analyses on YouTube, you know, I enjoy making them. It's different than streaming. Streaming is fun because I just press the start streaming button and I go and I get to talk with y'all. Whereas, but it means nothing. Like, this means it's fun and I enjoy doing it. And, you know, I enjoy your guys' company and the camaraderie, but it's not like a rewarding experience. Whereas actually creating a video once or twice a month is fun and it's a nice break. Thank you, Azura. I appreciate that. That's very, very sweet of you to say. Thank you. Man, we are stomping these metal slimes. Somebody needs to backport Dragon Quest IX to PC with servers, because that would be great. I have no desire to revisit Dragon Quest IX, but if somebody ported it and it had actual multiplayer support again, because the multiplayer was such a huge component of that game that I totally missed out on. And I wish I didn't, because the multiplayer seemed like it was so much fun. I'm definitely gonna do Mystic Quest soon. September is, of all of the months throughout the year, September is the most whatever month in terms of streams. I don't have any seasonal games. I don't have any, you know, with October I have Getting Spooky with it. With December I try to play games that are nostalgic for me or games that I got around Christmas time. The summertime, there's a bunch of games that remind me of summer. September is, I feel like as a month, just in general, September has a feel. It feels like starting anew, but I think the reason for that for me is because it was the start of the school season. Like end of August 27th or 28th, going into September was when we would start the school season, the new grade. So to me, that carries over as an adult. September just feels, it has a feel to it. But in terms of the streams, I don't have anything special planned for September. I like to play Link to the Past before it starts getting like really autumn, fall weather out, because Link to the Past that's a game that I play around the September time. And I might do that with Mystic Quest, but I don't have any other seasonal September games. This is the first year I haven't played Earthbound either on stream or as a Let's Play or even on my own. Ever since I first played Earthbound way back when, I replay it every summer, but I have not done that this year. This might be the first year that I haven't done that. It'll make next year's playthrough all the more special. All right, there we go. Level 20. We've killed a couple of metal slimes. We're ballin'. Got some more MP. Let's go to Cantillon and get the token of Erdrick. And I might keep playing this music if we have to grind again, but I think we're done. I think the grinding has reached a conclusion. We can definitely beat the Dragon Lord at level 20. Playing this game on ZSNES back in 2008 was a similar experience to when I played Legend of Zelda to completion for the first time. I looked up a walkthrough, I looked up maps, I drew some of my own maps here and there for Dragon Quest I. I got super into this game as a kid, and it really felt like I was going on an adventure, and I imagine that's how it felt for a lot of people back in the day, playing this in the 80s on the NES or on the Famicom. And with Legend of Zelda, I first played it to completion in 2017, right after I graduated from high school. And I just played it with the map of Hyrule showing me where the dungeons were located. That was it. I didn't consult a walkthrough at any point during my Zelda playthrough, just a map that showed me this is here. You know, this is where level 4 is or whatever. And I got super sucked into it, and I still love Zelda. Yeah, we can fight the golem now. I love the design for this dude. See, Final Fantasy had a more advanced Dungeons and Dragons sort of design philosophy with the monsters. Dragon Quest has Golem. Okay, we're gonna play the flute. And now he's asleep. We're gonna murder him in his sleep. Oh, he woke up. Yeah, Golem's tough. I'm gonna play that one more time and hopefully he'll stay asleep. I would so kill for a new Dragon Quest Monsters Joker on especially if it came to PC. I learned recently that the Switch exclusive Dragon Quest monsters with, what's it called? The Prince of Darkness. It was Switch exclusive, but apparently it came to PC recently, so I definitely want to cop that if it goes on sale. How peaceful, he's asleep, and then we murdered him in his sleep. I love Dragon Quest monsters. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I wish they would remake Monsters Joker 1, 2, and 3 and port those games to like Switch, PS5, Xbox, PC. I would stream Monsters Joker in a heartbeat if they brought it to Steam. In terms of all of the monster capturing RPGs, Pokemon, Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, like, I think some of the Digimon games obviously are like monster capturing games, but most of them are more full-fledged RPGs, but Dragon Quest Monsters is my favorite. Pokemon Gen 1 is close though. I'm a huge Gen 1er, and Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green definitely are up there, but I love Dragon Quest Monsters. All right, we're gonna get a large shield. I think there's a better shield in Remoldar though. I think there's like a magic shield maybe? I mean, I got plenty of money, so I don't gotta worry about a dang thing. I don't have to rest at the inn either because my armor heals me. Defense seed, I want that. I am gonna throw away the leather shield. Always, always, always remember in Dragon Quest to search for stuff, because there's usually cool stuff to be found. Like defense seed. Dragon Quest Monsters seems like something you should look into. I love those games so much. But I will say, they're not as well designed overall as Pokemon. Pokemon is much more focused, I want to say, whereas the Dragon Quest Monsters games are very grindy because it's Dragon Quest, of course. But okay, these are all downgrades. Dragon Quest Monsters gameplay loop is like crack, and I think a big reason for that is the monster synthesis. In Pokemon, you capture a Pokemon and then they have the evolution, right? And it's static. It's the same evolution chain throughout the games, unless it's Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield, where there's the Alolan variants and the Galarian variants and stuff. Dragon Quest Monsters, you fuse together monsters and the combinate, like just constantly finding new combinations of monsters and learning how. Usually with Monsters Joker, there's like 800 monsters in it too. There's a ton of monsters to fuse, and that is the focus of the gameplay loop. for Dragon Quest monsters. It is crack. It is addicting.
Let us pray for the hero. May the light always be with you. Go and search the place near Tantegel Castle that lies 140 degrees to the north and 80 degrees to the west.
That might be the coordinates to get the token of Erdrick, but I think doesn't Gwaelin's love tell me where it is? To reach the next level, you will need... Oh, okay. I'm misremembering that then. I could have sworn that Gwaelin's love told you where the token is located. Played the Shaman King GBA game, which had a similar concept of grinding and combining the ghosts you capture. It is... That core gameplay loop is so fun. It is so addicting. But if you do get into the Dragon Quest Monsters games, whether you're playing the original Monsters series or Monsters Joker, which is a spin-off of a spin-off in and of itself, they're very fun, but they're also very, very grindy. So go into it with your expectations tempered, maybe. Maybe check out the new one if it's on Steam. It probably runs better than the Switch version, which unfortunately has a really, really bad frame rate. And I mean, like most Switch games, the performance isn't great, but I'd imagine them porting it to Steam, it runs better. But the newest Monsters game is probably where you want to get started. I haven't played it myself, but I would imagine it has quality of life. Or if you have a homebrewed 3DS, or I guess Azura, you can read some Japanese. Play Dragon Quest Monsters 3DS, Terry's Wonderland. That game is really good. It's a dungeon crawler, and again, it's very grindy, but it's a lot of fun. And there's something crazy like 1,000 monsters in that game that you can collect. Another thing I liked about that game was you have 4 monster slots, right? It's not like Pokemon where it's one-on-one or a double battle, or Black and White had triple rotation battles or something. In Dragon Quest Monsters, you can hold a party of 4. And there are giant monsters that take up all 4 slots, but they're like huge. I'll see if I can find some gameplay of that because it's so cool. I love that about Dragon Quest Monsters. Let me see if I can steal some gameplay footage real quick. Dragon Quest Monsters 3DS Battle. Let me just see if I can find what I'm talking about here. If I could emulate 3DS games, I would definitely stream this, even if nobody tuned into it. Because this game and Monsters Joker 1 are my favorite Dragon Quest Monsters games. So this gameplay footage is by Necrodoge on YouTube. Let me mute this and pull this back up. So this was on the 3DS, and it was a pretty early 3DS title as well. I'm gonna skip. I just want to show you the battle. King Bubble Slime. So there you go. Like this dude in his party. He has one monster that takes up 2 slots, and then the other 2 are like normal-sized monsters. But then there are huge monsters that take up all 4 slots. Let me see if I can find an example of that real quick, because it's super neat. Super duper neat. I know they show it off in the trailer. Let me just pull up the trailer. I know I'm getting super distracted, which is, you know, par for the course around these parts. Is this what I'm looking for? Oh well, I can't find it. That's okay though. Just know that there are big monsters, which is cool. Yeah, unfortunately 3DS emulation doesn't run super well on my totally real 3DS that I'm using a 3DS emulator on. Totally real console. Even like 2 years ago, they did a 25th anniversary celebration trailer, and it led to nothing. Like, I thought they were gonna localize these games. The original games were on Game Boy Color. So this was 2023, May 2023. Oh, you can't even see it. I thought it meant that we were finally gonna get some of these games localized, because we missed out on all the 3DS ones and the Game Boy Advance Monsters game. This is the 3DS game. That's Monsters Joker 3 on the 3DS as well. There were like 4 of these on 3DS and we didn't get any of them. That's Monsters Joker 1, which is insane for an original DS game. I gotta pull that up now. Monsters Joker 1 is 2006. It was a very early 3DS game, and it's full 3D. This was 2006, and it is fully 3D. And nobody played it. Which is unfortunate, because it's really good. (2006). Nobody played it. Here's what I'm talking about. The monster synthesis. You can fuse monsters together. I was the kid in school, like, I was like, yeah, I like Pokemon. I really like Pokemon, but I was like, yo, monsters though. Dragon Quest monsters. Y'all don't know about this. Y'all don't know about this shit. We did get this game, as an aside. We got this game in North America, and we got Monsters Joker 2, but we didn't get any of the 3DS Dragon Quest Monsters games, which is unfortunate, because they're really good. Okay. The token of Erdrick is around here somewhere. Yo, Maple, welcome to the stream. Yeah, there was like 5 of them on 3DS, and I'm gonna hit you with a high school memory. I saw the trailer for the first one, Dragon Quest Monsters 3D Terry's Wonderland, and I waited for that game to get localized because I was so hyped. I had beaten Monsters Joker 1, I had beaten Monsters Joker 2, I even went back and played the original Game Boy Color, the very first Monsters game. We never got it. We never got any of the 3DS Dragon Quest Monster games. We didn't get Monsters Joker 3. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. And again, I'm not gonna say those games were like better than the Pokemon games. I love them both. Pokemon is way more focused. You're going from gym to gym. The progression is better. The pacing is better. Dragon Quest Monsters is very grindy, which is par for the course with these games. It's very grindy. There's a lot of like just meandering around trying to figure out where you're supposed to go. Those games aren't perfect, but the monster synthesis mechanic. Fusing two monsters together, which, to be fair, Shin Megami Tensei did first. But that gameplay mechanic of fusing monsters together to get a new one is crack rock cocaine. That is the video game equivalent of freebasing crack. It really is. Especially when you have like 400 monsters in a game and you're constantly like, it's that dopamine rush of, oh, I gotta keep playing because I want to see what new monsters I can fuse together. The token of Erdrick is around here somewhere. I always forget. It's around here somewhere. I might look it up if I can't find it in the next, like, minute. But no, like, monster capturing games in and of themselves are great. Pokemon, Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest Monsters, like some of the last Bible games, which might be Megami Tensei, I'm not sure. For your sake, we might be lucky Crack Sim 3 didn't get here. But I need the 2 for 5s. I need a little hit. I need a little bit of that rock. I'm trying to freebase it, you know? Whenever I think about crack rock, I just think of one of the early episodes of Always Sunny where Dennis and Dee try to buy it, and they go up to the dealer and they're like, one crack rock, please. Growing up watching Always Sunny in my teenage years, which Always Sunny is a classic, and then getting a bit older and rewatching Seinfeld, I watched a little bit of Seinfeld on TV because my grandfather loved it, but I didn't like understand it because I was a kid. But growing up and rewatching Seinfeld in my 20s, I realized that Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Seinfeld are not too dissimilar. Always think of that Frank Ocean song. What was the song that Frank Ocean did with Tyler the Creator where he goes like, you touch yourself after hours, no man allowed in your bedroom? That's like the most beautiful song I've ever heard, and I don't remember the name of it. Isn't it called like steak sauce or something like that? Alright, I'm gonna look up where this is because I always forget where it is. Token of Erdrick. It's in the fucking swamp. Okay, I see. Oh, it's the mobile. I pulled up a screenshot of the mobile version of Dragon Quest 1. God, what a wretched art style. This game looks like an old Super Nintendo game, but it has its charm. And the upcoming HD 2D remake looks great, but look at... Oh, that's so bad. You know what, though? The original release of this had like anti-aliasing and it would blend the pixels together like an emulator filter. This one has proper sprites though, so I'll give it that. That font is not it though. What a terrible font. It's called She off of Goblin. I need to listen to that again because that song is beautiful. Remember when Hobson had beef with Tyler the Creator? This is me going full early 2010s Dat Piff white boy mode on you. What a bizarre... There was a time where I listened to Hobson, unironically. When I was, 13, and I thought he was the greatest rapper of all time. And it was very funny. Remembering Hobson is something you don't want to do. I mean, I was a teenager. I didn't know any better. I will say this. Okay, to go to bat for Hobson, I will say as an MC, he is a good rapper technically, but as a songwriter, as a lyricist, maybe one of the worst of all time. The reason I remembered that was because he did one song where he was like, Goblin, you get no props for it. It sucks so much I get blowjobs from it. And that is just such a painfully stupid bar that it wraps back around to being genius. Spiritual lyrical miracle. I wouldn't even say that he ever did that. I think it was more so just he was corny. Which there's nothing wrong with being corny if you're well-intentioned. But it was just, he would just take jabs at rappers for no reason. I also, you know, in hip-hop, I think there is merit to rhyming stuff because it sounds cool and not because it means anything or is thought-provoking. I think there is absolutely merit to just rhyming stuff and flowing because it sounds cool, but when that's all you do, when you make your whole thing spiritual, lyrical, miracle, you need to go back and punch up your writing chops. You need to go back in the back to the drawing board. I wonder if I need an item to find the Mark of Erdrick, because this map that I'm looking at, I'm like right over it. Like I'm standing right where it's supposed to be, apparently. After we get the Mark of Erdrick, we can finish the game. We can go fight the Dragon Lord, but it's supposed to be right here. But I might have to go visit his tombstone. It's very possible that I need to. Engaging Dragon Quest gameplay. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I said this a moment ago, but I know these aren't the most exhilarating streams in terms of the gameplay, but I love Dragon Quest and I love this game. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, even though it's just mainly level grinding. I'm gonna go visit Erdrick's tomb and see if I need to do that. But no, I totally get it. This is a very, very basic gameplay. This isn't the most exhilarating stream I've done, but I love Dragon Quest. I love RPGs. This game means a lot to me in particular. It just takes me back to like 08 and looking up walkthroughs and maps of Alifgard to find all of the stuff, and I just got super sucked into it. And much like Earthbound, this is a game I replay every summer, even though this year I haven't done an Earthbound playthrough. This year might be the first year that I don't replay Earthbound, just because I didn't get around to it. You're enjoying it? Thanks, Azura. No, I'm not like mad or anything. Like I will concede this is very boring gameplay, but this is also cool because it's one of those games where I don't have to concentrate on the game and I can just shoot the shit. I can just chill. We're literally almost done. I just need to get this Mark of Erdrick, which was in that swamp over there. I couldn't find it for some reason, so maybe I need to talk to an NPC. I don't remember. We're gonna talk to the tombstone. Descendant, my name is Erdrick. 3 items were necessary to cross to the Island of Evil, which can be seen from Tanteagle's castle. I collected these items, crossed to the island, and defeated the evil king. His name was Zoma, by the way, the final boss of Dragon Quest III. He's badass. I then entrusted those items to 3 wise men in the kingdom. Their descendants protect those items and await your arrival. When an evil demon rises once again on the island, collect those items and slay the creature. The 3 men await your arrival somewhere in this land. Go forth, my descendant. So, I have the Stone of Sunlight, the Staff of Rain. I don't have the harp. Wait a minute. Why do I not have the harp? Am I dumb? Did I not get the harp in the actual dungeon that we were... Oh man, if I somehow wasn't paying attention and I didn't actually get the harp, I'm gonna flip out. Oh, that would be so dumb of me. I kind of have a history of being absent-minded on stream, but if I forgot to get the harp, that's gonna be embarrassing. Oh man. Okay, well I guess we'll go back there and just make sure I have it. Unless no wait, I might have put it in storage. I'm gonna check storage first, and then if I don't have the silver harp, I guess I gotta go back for it. In 86, this shit was fire, to be fair. I still think it's great, but I'm also an old head boomer. Like, you can catch me in a cabin somewhere in the Northwest playing Dragon Quest on the Famicom in a shag carpet, wood panel walls, and like, I don't know, a neon Bud Light sign hung up on the wall. It's impressive how Dragon Quest does so much with so little. It really is yin and yang with Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest is always reliable, it's always consistent, it's never gonna switch it up too much, and even though these games can be repetitive and very grindy, and I say this as a huge fan of this series, I think that's great. It's always reliable, always something you can go back to. Final Fantasy is constantly flipping the script and reinventing itself, which is cool, but it's also... Okay, so I just forgot to get the harp, I think. It's also like Final Fantasy will try something new, and then if it doesn't work, they'll double down on that, and then that doesn't work, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna reinvent it again. I like most of the Final Fantasy games. The only Final Fantasy games I don't really like that I've played are 2 and 13. Yeah, just Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 13 were the only ones I disliked. 3 was okay. The original NES Famicom version of Final Fantasy 3 is definitely flawed. But the DS remake is pretty good. I love how they go hard on new ideas, but sometimes you don't fuck with it. Yeah, that's the thing about Final Fantasy. When they're on X Games mode, when they're striking with the hottest iron you've ever seen, it's great. But then they do some dumb shit like Final Fantasy 13. 13-2 was actually a bit better, I would say. 13-2, I remember having fun with it at least, but Final Fantasy 13 was just constant nothing. Constant nothing burger video game. I will be flabbergasted if I forgot to get the harp in this damn dungeon. I'm pretty sure I remember where it was though, so that's not a problem. And these monsters aren't a problem. My friend is the greatest Lightning Returns hater. I think Final Fantasy 13 had some cool character designs, I'll give it that. And a good soundtrack. It had a pretty damn good soundtrack. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna keep this on deck. Because I'm actually blown away that I forgot to get the silver harp. I'm just now learning that the silver harp was originally known as the Lyre of Ire in the NES version, and that's great. Oh, what am I'm dumb. Of course, I already got the silver harp. You trade it for the Staff of Rain. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. What am I doing? I'm so out of it. I'm thinking about goddamn Hamburger Helper or something. Okay, why can I not find the Mark of Erdrick though? The Mark of Erdrick is exactly 70 steps south and 40 steps east of Tantegel Castle. Okay. They remade NES games in the SNES era. That tickles me. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about. These games were not that old. I think Dragon Quest 1, at least in North America, was 86 or 87, I want to say. The Famicom version is way older, but this game was like 91 or 92. Super Mario All-Stars, even though I think the NES versions of those games are better, Super Mario All-Stars is also like, yeah, here's Mario 1, 2, and 3, and this one game that you stupid Americans never got. That'll be $30. It was more expensive than that. It was $60 back then too, which is like $600 in today money. Okay. So I'm stupid, but let's see. 40 steps east of Tanteagle Castle, 70 steps south. That can't be. This is an AI result. That can't be right. For the SNES version of Dragon Quest 1, you have to double the numbers of the coordinates you're looking at from the NES version. Why can I not remember any of this, even though I've beaten this game a million times? From where I stand, my castle is 0 to the north, 4 to the west. No. It's not. Your castle is to the east, not the... Am I having a stroke live on stream right now? It's never eat soggy waffles. Your castle is to the east. Either she's tweaking or I'm tweaking. I'm gonna just go back into the purple swamp and find this goddamn token. Because I need this to beat the game. I'm also just gonna... For posterity. Please, bear with me. Patience with me here. Because I am just tweaking out right now, apparently. I cannot remember where this thing is. He's literally where I was. I'm gonna go back down there, and if I somehow missed one tile, I'm going to flip out. That says west, Patrick. You're fired again. East? I thought it said west. What do you guys think is the best classic episode of SpongeBob, and why is it banned, geeks? Do y'all ever feel like some of those early episodes of SpongeBob felt like they lasted forever? You know what I'm saying? Like, the episode where... with Squidward's errands, and the episode where SpongeBob gives Gary a bath, some of those episodes felt like they lasted for hours. The Squidward's errands episode in particular, whenever that episode came on, it felt like it lasted forever, like all afternoon. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish isn't an instrument either. It's like psychological horror. SpongeBob had a lot of borderline horror elements in the early seasons. I love the Nosferatu joke at the end of, what was the episode called? Up All Night, with the graveyard shift, that episode. I didn't get it for the longest time. I was like... When I was a kid, I just thought it was funny because it was random, but I suppose the punchline is that the whole time they've been concerned about a monster or a serial killer, and then at the end, it's revealed that no, it was just a guy. But in actuality, Count Orlok from Nosferatu was chilling in the Krabby Patty, who is a vampire. Could you imagine being somebody in the 1920s and seeing Nosferatu in the theater? I would shit myself. That movie is still scary, but imagine being like early 20th century moviegoer and you see Nosferatu. People were probably tougher back then, though. They had like war and disease and I don't know, J. Edgar Hoover. Squidville is weird. Bro is in the segregated neighborhoods. Nah. It's just like a gated community for rich Squidward people. Polio havers. Yeah, they had polio. We definitely have war and famine and disease and all that today, but I feel like the quality of life is maybe a little bit better in terms of not having to worry about walking outside and catching a disease and perishing. Not currently. You know, we've had the swine flu, we've had COVID. We got microplastics. That is true. The microplastics swim through my body like midichlorians. You know what? No, I take it all back. The current population is built stronger and tougher than the people back in the 20th century because those motherfuckers didn't have Red 40, and I be chugging Red 40. Red 40 is gonna make me immune to every carcinogen on the planet. See, this is the type of conversation we have when I'm at a loss during the stream. I swear to you that I was standing over the exact tile that has the mark of Erdrick. So I'm thinking I forgot to talk to an NPC. That's usually the case when something like that happens, but I should be able to just walk over it and pick it up. I don't know if we'll do anything after this tonight, but we're definitely beating this game tonight. As soon as I get the Mark of Erdrick, we can go take on the Dragon Lord. I can finish the game. I just gotta figure out how to get it. Because I'm a simpleton, apparently. I want to see if there's anything over here, and if there's not, well, pin a rose on your nose. We'll definitely be, like, leveled up for it. Okay. I searched over every single tile except for that one. Because I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't need to talk to an NPC. You can just pick it up. Like, you can just pick it up. But I stepped over every tile except the one that I needed. Gen Z Lil Wayne bars be like, fucking my bitch so hard she feel the plastic from the rubber. Pussy so good it drowns in the rudders. I meant to make a microplastics joke, but I focused on making it an accurate Lil Wayne line. +2. +2, that's all I can say. Remember when Lil Wayne was the most hated hip-hop artist in the late 2000s, early 2010s? Bro, listen to the Carter 3, listen to the Carter 4, listen to Dedication 5, listen to The Block is Hot. Lil Wayne has probably the most insane wordplay of any hip-hop artist ever. I listen, when it comes to hip-hop, I listen to boom bap, I listen to trap, I listen to SoundCloud, like mumble rap, even though I don't really like the term mumble rap. I think, you know, that's neither here nor there. I listen to a lot of hip-hop. And I firmly believe in terms of double entendres and metaphors and punchlines, Lil Wayne is up there with the greatest lyricists of all time in that regard. Fairy water. No, I need What do I need? I need herbs to heal. That was hating on popular shit, bro. Kept up with Jay-Z. That's another, like, Jay-Z is another one of the most hated rappers, at least back then. I don't know if that's still the narrative, but Jay-Z, like, Reasonable Doubt, that album might even be better than Illmatic. You're never gonna catch me saying that, because Illmatic is my favorite album of all time, but I'm just gonna say, like, I don't understand why for a long time Jay-Z was considered one of the worst rappers by a lot of people. Listen to Reasonable Doubt, at the very least. But I'm full of hipster contrarian opinions. Like, I think Revolver is the best Beatles album. Not my favorite. My favorite Beatles album is Rubber Soul, but Revolver, I think, is their best album. But that's just my opinion. What am I doing? Herb. I need to get some herb. I need to get some of that loud. Do you sell herb? No, this is a weapon shop. You ain't got no herb. I don't think there's an item seller in this town, come to think of it. I don't need herbs. I'm over leveled already going into this. I am gonna buy some magic keys though in case I need them. I don't remember if I need magic keys. Herb. Were there any remakes on N64? Just in general? Or specifically for Dragon Quest? Because there's like 2 RPGs for this. Yeah, you already know that, Maple. You're real. You're a real one. You already know that. Remakes for N64. I haven't played it, but is Ridge Racer 64 just a port of the first Ridge Racer on PS1? I only recently learned of Ridge Racer 64's existence in the first place, so. I'm trying to think, remakes on N64? I don't think so. N64, for as small as the library is, and it's mostly Nintendo and Rareware, N64 library is solid. I think it was a port of 2. Well, then at that point we have to get into the argument of difference between a port and a remake and a remaster, which to me, if you ask me, a port is simply when you put one game from one platform onto another with very little changes. A remaster is when you take a game, give it a fresh coat of paint, and then a remake is when you've completely remade the game from the ground up. Like brand new, it doesn't even have any leftover code from the original game. Star Fox 64, yeah, Star Fox 64 is like a remake of Star Fox 1 and 2. Put them in a blender. Definitely Star Fox 64. I think Yoshi's Story initially started out as a remake of Yoshi's Island. I heard that once. I don't know if that's true, so, you know, sources cited. Still missing for that. Port, same game. Remaster, same engine, looks better. Different engine, same story. Remake, different engine, same story, and characters, essentially. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's pretty much how I would define it. People get super nerdy with it, like debating remake, remaster, port, whatever. I think it's pretty clear cut in my opinion, but I'm also a stupid idiot, so I want to save up all of my MP going into this final dungeon. I don't want to use Radiant. I think the engine thing is a big deal because of game feel reasons. Y'all ever... I'm thinking about remakes now, and Dead Rising got a remake recently. I don't know how good the remake actually was. I didn't play it. But people were really unsatisfied with how Frank West looks in that game, I'm just gonna cast Radiant. And I agree, Frank West looks weird in that game. But have you ever noticed that Frank West looks like a completely different character in every single Dead Rising game, or just any game that he... I'm not even talking just Tatsunoko versus Capcom, stylized, cel-shaded. Like, bro looks completely different in Dead Rising 2, in Dead Rising 4, in the new Dead Rising, in the Dead Rising remake, he looks like Michael from GTA 5. Frank West is the Rivers Cuomo of video game characters. He just looks different every time you see him. I only remember him looking like he was balding. Yeah, in the remake, they did his hairline dirty. I also don't like how he looks in the remake, but it's just because of all of the different incarnations of Frank West. I don't see it. I don't see it with this new Frank West. I don't see it. Let's see if bro over here sells a better shield. Can you move? Thank you. No, he doesn't. So, for all I know, I have the best shield that I can... that money can buy. I don't even know if that Dead Rising remake was good. Dead Rising is one of my favorite games of all time that I will never stream, because you've got to be so on it playing that game. You have to be so vigilant and perceptive of the time and what everybody's doing. I love Dead Rising 1 and 2, but I would never stream those games because it would be a disaster. Dragon Quest 1 is cool because literally the only other game anything like it was like Bokusuka Wars or something stupid like that. See, nowadays, Dragon Quest 1, this game is so stripped back and simple that I feel like a lot of people, even RPG lovers, would say it's not worth it playing this game, but for the same reason that I love Mystic Quest. That's what I like about this game. Sometimes I don't want to play a big-ass JRPG that will take me 100 hours to beat. Sometimes I want to sit down and play a simple, chill, laid-back game that I can beat in a couple sittings.
Oh God! I offer rain and sun to this holy altar!
Oh, hell yeah. We got a brooch. We got some ice. Got some ice on our neck. I'm preemptively pulling up a map of the Dragon Lord's castle so that way we don't waste any more time than we need to. Because we wasted a bunch of time getting the mark of Erdrick. Every RPG wanna be Persona 5. Bro, be quiet. Persona fans playing Persona 5 for the first time. I fucked up the setup to the joke. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's something like Persona 5 fan excited to play the game for the first time or something like that. My Persona ranking from 1 through 5 is 3, then 4, then 5, then 1, and I haven't played 2. The only thing I know about 2 is that Hitler is in it, and when they localized it, they gave him sunglasses and called him the Führer, as if people wouldn't know who he is. The best Persona game ain't even a Persona game, though. It's Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor on the DS. Devil Survivor went dick nuts. That game is underrated. I think it got a 3DS port. Devil Survivor kicks so much ass. The best Persona game is Metaphor Rifantiazo, apparently. I probably said that wrong. I've heard of that game because it blew up a couple months ago, like people were streaming it, but I know nothing about it. No, I take it all back. The best Persona game is Catherine. Catherine rocks. I love that game. It's also maybe the hardest video game I've ever played. Clearly, it reached a different audience because if it was Persona 6, it would be spoiled up and down. I assumed it was a gacha game like Zenless Zone Zero or Genshin Impact. It's probably why I know nothing about it, because that is so far removed from the video games that I usually play. Alright, here we go. Let's finish this game. The Dragon Lord's Castle. I'm fairly confident we can beat this. I don't think I need to do any more level grinding. Level 21 with Erdrick's armor, and if I find the shield, or not the shield, the sword, we should be good. It's just another JRPG. Oh, word! Well, maybe I would like it then. I just assumed that it was a gacha game. And you know what they say about assuming? You don't have the budget to like gacha games. They call it gacha because they got you by the balls, and now you're hooked on the anime game. You spend your paycheck on your anime wifeys. Now, I remember how to get to the Dragon Lord, but I don't remember where the sword is, so that's why I have a map pulled up. Again, I want to thank everyone who has been tuning into the Dragon Quest streams and is here for the momentous occasion of beating this game. I know this is, again, not the most thrilling gameplay from, any stream that I've done, but I love this game, and I'm glad I could share that love with some of y'all. Okay. Alright, this is a straight line. Where's Hank's bat? Oh, we haven't gotten to Mountie Toy yet. Rest in peace, Hank Aaron. When he passed away a couple years ago, Earthbound Zero was the first thing that I thought of. Hank Aaron, one of the GOATs. Up there with Derek Jeter and Cal Ripken Jr. If they ever do remake Mother 1, I think Mount Etoy is what needs the biggest overhaul. Mother 1 is a game that is so flawed that I can't recommend it that much, but I still love it. But Mount Etoy is... I don't think they play tested it. I remember hearing that apparently the game was rushed out the door, and it shows, because that is such a twisted part of the game. Okay, we're on B3 now. Again, it's another straight line. Okay, it's another straight line to the next area. Oh, a blue dragon. You know, it's funny, that's another game Toriyama worked on. I don't think Blue Dragon ever went anywhere, though. It was like a cool little RPG that they made, but it never blew up the way they probably wanted it to. When you first saw the Let's Play, you thought it meant Hank Hill. Not playtesting the final area, there's a Dragon Quest II reference. That's gonna be how I end up playing Dragon Quest II, the upcoming remake, because Dragon Quest II is the only mainline game I haven't played. And 10, but 10 is a weird MMO spin-off. I've never played 2, but I probably will if I end up picking up the upcoming remakes. Yeah, hopefully Mother Encore fixes some of the problems I have with Earthbound 0, aka Earthbound Beginnings, aka Mother 1. I love that game because it's Earthbound and I grew up playing it on, emulators, much like I did with Earthbound, but it's also... Earthbound is a great game that has a couple of flaws. I have some reservations with it. Earthbound 0 is a very cool game that I don't recommend anybody play. Dragon Quest II is only wanted as a package deal, SMH. Well, my thing with Dragon Quest II... Ooh, a level up, nice. My thing with Dragon Quest II is that it seems like it doesn't have the simplicity and the historical influence of this game being, the first. But it's longer than this game considerably, but it's not like Dragon Quest 3 or Final Fantasy 1 where it's a long adventure that's worth playing. It seems like it's in this in-between of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just haven't played it yet. Hey Corey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, welcome to the finale of Hydlide. Okay. This is where this castle gets confusing. Because I gotta find Erdrick's sword if I want to beat this. Path to the sword. 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Because I remember how to get to the Dragon Lord, but I always forget where Erdrick's sword is. Yeah, and we're level 22. We definitely got this. I just gotta pick up the sword. The final boss of this game is just slapboxing with the Dragon Lord. But if you get Erdrick's sword, it makes it way easier because you don't have to heal as much. Because you kill him quicker. Last year, when I streamed this, I did it without a map and I just stumbled into the sword. There we go. All right. Now I have complete confidence in my ability to beat this without having to go do any more level grind. I mean, realistically, I wouldn't have to do any more level grinding anyway. Because we're level 22, and I've beaten this game at like level 19 before. Put me onto more I need to put you onto more shmups. Thunder Force is fire. Thunder Force is good. In terms of shmups, off the dome, Gradius, Life Force, Salamander, those are classics. I would say my favorite shoot 'em up is Ikaruga, which I've never beaten on anything that isn't like the easiest difficulty with infinite lives. Ikaruga and Radiant Silver Gun are just so fun and so crazy that I don't mind how bad I am at them. Blazing Lasers is also really good. I believe that I think that was on the TurboGrafx 16, but it might have been Sega Genesis. Gradius 3 on Super Nintendo is a classic, especially if you're playing the... wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold the phone. I'm looking at this map and now I'm stumped. 13. Okay, I gotta find 13. What was I saying? I don't even remember. I'm might stream Radiant Silvergun. That game is slept on. It's also made by the same people, Treasure. PC Engine stuff is starting to get you. You want to play Sapphire soon. The PC Engine TurboGrafx 16, whatever you want to call it, is such a neat little console. There's some great games for it. Super Adventure Island, Splatterhouse, Neptunia, or not Neptune, Newtopia, that's what it's called. There's Newtopia 1 and 2 on the TurboGrafx 16, which are the best Zelda clones from the 8 and 16-bit era. Like, you have, like, you know, Legend of Thor or whatever it's called, Crusader of Senti on the Sega Genesis. But Newtopia 1 and 2 on the TurboGrafx 16 are the best Zelda clones of their time. Splatterhouse is so good. I mean, you're better off playing the arcade version, but the TurboGrafx 16 version is a bit more forgiving. It's a bit easier, but it's a damn good port. And y'all know me. Y'all know how much I love me some Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse 1 in particular is in my top 15 favorite video games of all time. Which, if y'all want to see, I feel like I've done this before on stream, but there you go. There you go. There is the WyattMC favorite video games list. I tried to mostly keep it to one per franchise, but then in the case of Zelda, Ocarina of Time and Zelda 1 were tied. I can't pick between. And then I got three Mega Man games on here, but still, if it were one per franchise, it would look a little bit different. Okay. I might exit this dungeon and go back in because I think I'm lost again. Gotta drop a video covering it. I might. It would either be a super short, kind of abridged sort of video where I'm just briefly covering each game, or I would go ape shit and make it like a 4-hour-long video. Mega Man 9 is so peak. It really is. It's insane that the people that made Mega Man 9 also made Mighty Number 9. Inti Creates, they do good work. And Mighty Number 9 is just a victim of it being overhyped and the fact that they had to develop it for like 12 different SKUs. And the fact that Keiji Inafune and the creatives that were leading the project clearly were just trying to make Mega Man, and it was super derivative of Mega Man. But Inti Creates themselves, they do good work. Let me consult this map again. Okay. Okay. I know where I'm going again. I know where I'm going. Got some gold. Found a medical herb. One of these days I'll stream NES Dragon Quest 1, which will be 3 times as long as this game just because you have to do way more grinding. But maybe this time next year I will have an audience in the thousands and fame and fortune and big booby ladies feeding me gourmet Cheetos by the pool. I heard that in a video once. I don't remember who said that, but that quote is pretty badass. $5 trillion Wyatt fans. I become like a K-pop idol. Except I have no talent, no ability, no charisma. I'm just a doofus playing old RPGs on the internet for the entertainment of strangers. Oh, I was right there. King of the Ants. You ever think about how scary an ant would be if it was the size of a dog? You got all those. Nah. Surely you jest. After we beat this game, I'm gonna yap a little bit more about Dragon Quest Monsters and how much I love it. If I could, I would stream Monsters Joker or Monsters 3DS in a heartbeat. The problem with those games, if I were to stream them, one, I don't have any means of doing that at the moment. But those games are like 100 hours. They're so long. It's so much grinding. Which I love, and especially in Dragon Quest Monsters, it's a lot of fun fusing the monsters together and whatnot. Can you stop, like, casting spells, sir? I need my MP for the Dragon Lord. I want to keep ants their same size. Oh, I do too. I don't want to see dog-sized ants, but like, they would be bulletproof. Think about their exoskeleton would be immune to shotgun slugs. That'd be scary, you know? Can't I use my sword as an item and like cast a spell with it? No, I'm thinking of a different Dragon Quest game. I want ant stew, baby. Some parts of the world, their culture doesn't view eating insects as gross. And I guess for me, as a Northern American, it depends on what type of insect. I've had fried crickets before, and they were pretty good. They tasted like chicken. I don't know if I would want to eat ant stew. But I've had crickets before, and something, it might have been some kind of bee, I don't remember. I would not want to eat like a cockroach or ants. I think that would be, I don't think I would be able to get over the hurdle of mentally leaping over that hurdle of, oh, I'm eating a cockroach. What is your guys' favorite food that you will never get tired of? Like something that you could eat forever. For me, it's gotta be sushi, and I feel like I haven't even had the good stuff. I've had local sushi. I've never had that authentic Nihongo sushi. Because I'm not an otaku weeb. French fries, eggs, both really good answers. People look at me strange because I dip my French fries in mayonnaise. Mayo is a goated condiment. And if you haven't tried dipping your fries in mayo, you're missing out. You hate eggs? Really? I love eggs. Scrambled, fried, sunny side up, eggs Benedict. You ever make a burger and just fry an egg and put a fried egg on a burger? Oh, it's so good. Apparently, dipping your fries in mayo is very popular in Europe. Oh, one final level up for good measure before we beat the boss. You love eggs. I also love eggs. They're versatile. You can prepare them in a bunch of ways. You can put them on a lot of stuff. You could probably put a fried egg on a pizza and I would eat it up. Okay. I should probably heal before going into this fight, right? I think that's max health. Okay. Here we go. Final boss of Dragon Quest 1. This was a very fun stream. At no point did we have to fast forward or anything. Did a little bit of grinding here and there. Love this game. Let's finish this up.
You have come, Roto. I am the King of Kings, the Dragon Lord. I've been waiting for you. So you're the young man destined to arrive. If you want to be my ally, I'll give you half of the world, Roto. What do you say? Will you be my ally?
You know what? Let's drop a save state here because I don't remember what happens when you say yes.
Wonderful. Then to complete our alliance, I will take that sword.
Okay. Here you go.
At last, I've obtained this sword. Though it doesn't matter what weapon you wield. Well then, receive my gift. I will give you half of the world of darkness, Roto. Wah!
Oh, sweet. We got half the world of darkness. Now we're like a king or something. Good morning. It appears that you had a nightmare last night. Must have been quite a dream. Well then, please take care. Come again. That's awesome. I forgot about that. Okay.
You don't want half of the world? How disappointing. Wouldn't you like to reconsider? Well then, by all means, try to defeat me. Foolish mortal, you will realize what true suffering is.
Longest stint of eating eggs every day is around 6 years straight. I don't eat eggs every day, but I could, because I really like them, and they're good for you. They got omega-3s, they got protein, they got the saturated and unsaturated fats. Got your ass. Yeah, it's nice that you can say yes and you get something out of it, and it's not just the game going, oh, whoops, you're actually not allowed to join Team Rocket. Okay, so like I said, this final boss, you're essentially just slap boxing this dude. And then you heal. There you go. Except, no, he has a second form. He's actually a dragon. The Dragon Lord's true form is revealed. He's actually a big dragon. This monster design would go on to just be a standard monster throughout the series, but it started out here in this game as the final boss. The Lord of Dragons was a dragon? I know, crazy development. That's like an M. Night Shyamalan twist. Same thing as before, just smack him a bunch. He does more damage though, so you gotta be careful. Love how the dragons look in these games. Toriyama was just so... His monster design was incredible. I love the way he drew monsters and machinery. That's a big thing with this series, why people love it, just the monster designs. And how a lot of these characters look. There we go. Yeah, the design for the Dragon Lord would just be... I forget the name of it, but there's just a dragon monster that looks like that in the later games. Roto takes the ball of light from the Dragon Lord's hands. A dazzling light flowed out around the ball of light. The final boss is less complex than a random Persona 3 encounter. Well, this is a game from like 1983. And look, it's all flowers now. When did this game come out on the Famicom? 83, 84? I could cast Return to get back to the castle, but we're gonna go for a stroll and smell the roses. 86 and then 89 for NES. Really? 89. That's pretty late in the NES's lifespan, I suppose. Because the Super Nintendo came out in 91. Well, I guess the NES came out in 86, so it's not that late. Yeah, never mind. No, it's not. If this game was 83, you would piss yourself because they time traveled. There were definitely PC RPGs that were comparable to this in 83. I mean, this game is essentially just wizardry and Ultima. And Yuji Horii has said that by their own admission. They're like, yeah, this game's heavily based off of the RPGs I was playing on the Apple II back then. Imagine playing Donkey Kong and then Dragon Quest came out next month. That is true. I feel like a lot of people would put forth the argument that Donkey Kong is the better game. I love them both, but I feel like people would say, you know, I would rather play Donkey Kong than Dragon Quest, which is, I mean, fair. I love Donkey Kong. Yeah, you have to, this is weird. You gotta like talk to him, but you gotta face him. It's not like this in the NES version. There's something weird. Like, it's very specific that you face a certain way without like moving. Please, Roto, can you turn? Is it because I have Run Ahead turned on? Maybe I need to turn that off. Emulation, Run Ahead, 0 frames. The real final boss. I forget how to do this. It's so weird. Just gotta face him, yeah. You spoke out. See, he does talk. He's not a silent protagonist. No, if there's a country for me to rule, then it must be one I will found myself.
I see. If that's so, then don't let me stop you. Roto, please take care as you set out on your journey.
Please wait for me. I can accompany you on your journey. Will you please take me with you?
Yeah. I'm so happy.
Come now then, Roto, start your new journey.
And then Dragon Quest II is a follow-up to this game. Of course. Yeah, no duh. But it takes place like 100 years after this game or something like that. And then Dragon Quest III, spoiler alert for Dragon Quest III if you're planning on playing it and you haven't played it. Dragon Quest III is a prequel to both games. So the timeline goes 3 and then 1 and then 2 for the Erdrick trilogy. And then the Zenithian trilogy 4, 5, and 6 are kind of their own thing. Yeah, I mean, it's this game is archaic. It has definitely aged. The NES and Famicom version even more so. But I love the simplicity of this game. It's short, it's sweet, it's charming, the soundtrack is great. Toriyama was an amazing illustrator. His monster design carries a lot of the aspects of these games that makes them so charming. It's just seeing all the goofy monsters that you can encounter. Such a good game. And Dragon Quest II, we will probably end up streaming that game on the upcoming HD 2D remake. I don't know if I might end up playing Dragon Quest 1 on it as well. I don't know. Because we just played this, and I think that game comes out in a month or two. The only game I'm planning on buying this year is the new Shinobi that's coming out. Art of Vengeance, which I streamed the demo of, and it's incredible. Like, that is my game of the year, and I just based solely off of the demo, that is my game of the year. I am so stoked for the new Shinobi, and comes out later this month. I'm gonna buy it. That's gonna be a day one purchase, day one stream. What a Dragon Quest. That was wonderful. Yeah, I love this game. And when the remaster comes out of this game, which will be a remaster of a remaster, I'll definitely play 2. Might even end up replaying this game, even though it'll only be a month or two from now. I think it comes out in October. Could be wrong. Yeah, I said I was going to yap about Dragon Quest Monsters some more, but I've done enough yapping in this stream. Thank you, Azura. Thank you, Maple. Thank you, V-Love. Thank you, Atro. Anybody who tuned in to the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's another summertime tradition taken care of for this year. That's going to do it for tonight's stream, but stay tuned. Later this week, we'll do some more stuff. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.